Okay. Again, my name is Evan with Scholarware Marketing. Today is going to be, we're going to be going over new agent orientation. With this, it's kind of just new agent orientation for, I'm sorry, as I said, it's very vague. It's not very Market Center specific. So you may still have Market Center orientation that you will need to attend, but this may help you get started quicker and get you a few of those questions answered. Get those questions answered for you ahead of time. So first, we're going to go ahead and jump in, and I want to cover, if you have any questions, again, feel free to drop those in the chat. We will get those answered, even if if they're not relative to what we're going over, we can come back to those later on. So first thing that we're going to go over today is our Keller Cloud Setup Complete email. So this email, let me see if it shows I don't know why the picture went away. So this email typically is sent to you after you are, once you have completed the questionnaire. This questionnaire would have been sent to you by either your Market Center or us, in like a welcome kind of email. If you have not completed the questionnaire yet, then you would not have received this completed setup. If you are a new agent and you need to complete a questionnaire, you can find those questionnaires on our websites, which we will go over in just a little bit. I'll show you where you can find those questionnaires to be completed. If you have completed a questionnaire and you have not received this email, I would suggest one of two things. Go to your email address and just type in the search box, Keller Cloud Setup, and see if anything pulls up. If nothing does pull up, then go ahead and send us an email to support@scholarwaremarketing.com, and we'll do a little investigation for you, see what's going on with that. All right, so your email, again, will say, I'm going to come over with the email subject line, Keller Cloud Setup Complete, and then it's going to have your name and your Market Center number. That Market Center number is kind of something you may want to remember. It will be used for quite a few different things throughout your time with Keller Williams. So as you will see here at the bottom, you do have this giant red image that says, welcome to Keller Williams. We have a little welcome to Keller Williams message here with a please click here to access all of your new information. Now this red click here, this is a clickable link. So this clickable link will take you to a sign-in page where you will use your Market Center number, which is also located right here below. You'll use that Market Center number to sign in. Now, if you scroll down just a little bit on this email as well, you will see that there is also a couple of attachments. These attachments may be different than what you may see here. Some Market Centers we do special things for, or we may do additional things than what we used to at the time. So one thing that you will see is a just join forces with. This is a little social marketing piece that we create for you that you can post on your social media. You can even email it out if you'd like to everybody in your database. If you sent us a headshot at the time of your questionnaire, then your headshot will be included on this flyer. If you did not send us your headshot and your headshot's not on here for whatever reason, feel free to send that over to us and ask us to add your headshot to your Just Join Forces flyer, and we'll be more than happy to get that updated and send it back over to you so you can share it out. Now, this flyer as well does have your information that was provided to us at the time of the questionnaire as well. So if any of this information you see on the flyer of yours is incorrect or may have been updated since then, same thing. Send us an email and let us know, hey, can you please correct the email address, the phone number, whatever may be incorrect, and we'll get that updated for you also. As well as this Join Forces flyer, there will be a couple of QR codes that you'll see as well. One of them will have a KW, it'll say a KW app. That's going to be a QR code that's going to go to your KW app. So your clients, potential clients, anybody in your database, they can scan straight from their phone. And then that it'll prompt them to download the KW Consumer app. Again, this is a KW Consumer app. This app is meant for your clients, potential clients, to be able to create an account and sign in, which will allow them to browse properties and things like that. Once they do that, you will have their information saved in your database in Command, and you can kind of see what's going on with their scrolling and browsing on your website. If you go to your app or your consumer website and you click on the login feature on the top right, and you enter your KW username and password, nothing will happen. Because again, this is a consumer app. You would need to create a login just like you were a consumer, so you can play around and test it out and see what happens. Next to these KW QR code for your app, you're going to see the website QR code. This is just going to take them to your website, which again, this is going to be consumer facing. What did you say that email will read? Searching for the email now. It'll say Keller Cloud setup complete. Unless if you were a transfer agent or something like that, it might say like a transfer agent, like Keller Cloud transfer complete. But just type in Keller Cloud and see if you see anything there. All right. So, and then again, like I was saying, if you have any other attachments at the bottom, there may be other attachments such as things we do personally for your market center that differ from other market centers or things like that. So we're going to go ahead and click here. And this is going to bring us to a sign-in sheet that you see just like this. And again, you're going to enter your market center number to unlock it. Now, before we go any further, I do want to let everybody know, so this screen right here, you are able to bookmark this tab just by clicking this little star. And you can bookmark it. That will go right here to your, it'll show my account, which I have already done from previous class. But it'll save right here in your little tab. So you can always refer back to the setup sheet for your logins, different kind of accounts that we've set up for you. So you can always go back and reference this. We get a lot of times agents, they lose this email, they accidentally delete it, and they reach out to us, which is perfectly fine. You can always reach out to us and we'll provide it for you as long as we still have it on file. But you know, it may just, if it's 8, 9 o'clock at night, we're not able to provide it that late because we're not, you know, we're outside of business hours. It's just a little easier for you. All right, so once you log in, you're going to see this new page pull up. Now, first and foremost, I do want to say this section right here at the very top, you can completely disregard that. This has to do with our processes and nothing to do with your setup. So I would just completely just ignore this. All right. So this is basically what it's going to look like for everybody else. You're going to have Keller Cloud setup complete right here. It's going to show your market center number again. It's going to have your information down here in the middle. You're going to see the SLM website password. This SLM website password, again, is going to be your market center number. Your market center number is what's going to give you access on our website. So whenever you go and view things on our website, such as the free templates, our training calendar, things like that, it will ask you to log in or ask you for your market center number, which will be that number. Now, during your setup, you know, KW is always doing updates with Command. So if there's ever a possibility that there was something we were not able to set up during your onboarding, or create, say, your website URL, things like that, if there was ever a case that may have happened, under your notes for your onboarding team, it will have a mention of it there. So I highly recommend you looking in your notes and seeing what it says there, seeing if there's anything that you need to do. If you're currently following along and you see anything in your notes and you don't understand, feel free to ask it or drop it in the chat and I'll go over it with you as well. All right, so for the first section here, this is going to be the Keller Williams. This is going to be your KW username and password, as well as some links to the different apps that the different places your KW logins work. So we say your KW logins because, again, these are going to give you access to KW Command, your My KW, KW Connect, your KW mobile app, which Command has its own app, and that's what I was referring to, the mobile app, and other things like that. So if you ever email us, we ask you for your KW logins, that's what we're referring to. So sometimes people say, oh, my Command logins, same thing, one and the same. Now moving over to the right under G Suite here, this is going to be where we create your KW email address for you. Now, if you have already had your KW email address set up, say you are a transfer agent or returning agent, and we were not able to set it up for you, or we were not able to gain access to your email address, you will see here in the password, it'll say previously set up. That's just meaning that it was set up either by Merck Center staff before we did. If you went in there and played around before we were able to get you set up and you created it, whatever the case may be. In order to access your KW email address, you will just go to gmail.com and you're going to log in as if it was a Gmail email account, simply entering your KW email address in the email address section with the kw.com section added in there. And then you're going to enter your password as well. If you would like more information as in regards to your KW email address, there is going to be a click here to learn how to use your KW email address option. It will take you to our YouTube channel where there's some great videos as well. Scrolling down, you're going to see your KW Command IDX website. This is going to be your website URL. This is the link that you can send to your clients that will take them to your page to see all the great information. If this is something that you need edited, you are able to edit this URL after it's already been set up. You can reach out to us and ask us to update it, and we would be more than happy to assist you. Just make sure if you're asking us for any assistance and anything to do with any of your accounts, such as updating your KW URL, or even say changing your KW username, we will need your current KW username and password. So please just go ahead and include that in the first email so we can get that accomplished for you. Moving down, we have KW.com agent profile. Sometimes whenever we do when we do a setup for somebody, we're generally able to do a completed setup within a few hours. We do ask for 1 to 2 business days just in case it is like we're crazy busy, but typically we can get them done fairly quickly. Well, this KW.com agent profile, this is set up by KWRI themselves. We have no control over this. So if you see NA or null or anything like that, seeing that this was not set up, that's most likely because we got it done way quicker than them. They generally take about a day or 2 to actually get this up and going. So if you do see that information and you're wanting to know what this KW.com agent profile is, I'll show you how to find that information. You can just go to KW.com and then you're going to go and click on find a KW agent, and then you're going to type in your name here. So for example, let's see, Alicia that commented in the chat a second ago. Do you mind is it okay if I was to use your name and just look up real quick to show for the class? I just like to ask before I just do it. Mine is not showing. Lisa May, actually, can I go ahead and use yours? Is that okay with you? Okay. Let's see. And if it's not working, I'll show you what may be causing it. Is this you right here? This looks to be right. Not showing on my phone, I guess. And it may not be showing on the phone. The KW site, it may be a little different, but yeah, so this is how you can find it. If you're showing on that completed setup email, this is where you can find it by going to kw.com and then showing right here. But for whatever reason, if this is still not showing, when you go to your command account, you want to make sure that your marketing profile is toggled on, and make sure that under your here, give me 1 second. I'll show you where to find it. Which this may be a little bit out of the purview of the class, but it's okay. So whenever you go to your command, you're going to want to check 2 places. You're going to want to check under my profile, And you're going to want to make sure that your My Profile section, you're going to want to make sure this display My Profile on kw.com. Make sure this is toggled to yes. And then you're also going to want to make sure that your marketing profile is toggled on as well. Your marketing profile is where all of that information is going to pull from. And also, if you see that any of this information showing is incorrect, you're going to go to settings. You're going to come over to connect settings and then click on marketing profile and make sure this is toggled on. And then any of this information that is showing in here, this is what's going to pull up on here. If you make any edits to that information does take, again, KW says up to 24 hours. It's generally within an hour to update onto the website. So just give it time. It does not update right away. What if your picture is not showing up and it has already been uploaded to the profile? So Ravi, great example. If your picture is not showing here, you're going to want to make sure that your photo is loaded here under your marketing profile. That's where all of this information is going to pull from. So even if you have your, if your headshot is added here, this is not where that pulls from. This is completely separate. Nothing pulls from here. So you're going to want to go to, we'll continue to say Performance Realty, or do we change it or pay for it? I'm not sure what says Performance Realty. If that is like a different company name you have, again, all the information that you see, it's going to pull from your marketing profile, Lindsay. So I would check your marketing profile, see if that's under team name, make sure that anything that it shows in here is correct. Once you update that information, make sure you scroll all the way to the bottom and click save. So that way it's going to show correctly. Where can we find a team logo? Team logo, that's gonna be completely up to you, Joe. I mean, if you have a logo created, if you're wanting one created, we can assist you with that. Email us, support@scottlowerymarketing.com, and we can go over pricing and things like that with you. But if you have any more questions about as far as team logo stuff like that, say go ahead and we'll circle back to that at the end of the class. I kind of strayed off a little bit, which kind of caused us to stray off a little bit, but it's just I like to make sure everybody has all the correct information and know where they're able to find that for you. Find that. Okay. It is my pleasure for sure. Okay, so next we're gonna see under command email. So the command email is used to send emails from within command platform. Additional emails can be purchased if you need to. So there's 5,000 emails that are allotted in command for free for each agent each month. If you use more than that, this is basically saying that you are able to purchase more additional emails through the KW Marketplace. If you need to update your command email address and change the preferred email address, we do have that information. And I would also I would just go ahead and send us an email to ask us to update your email address in all of your profiles, because there's going to be other places that this email address is shown as well. So send us that email address. Send us an email to support@scottlowerymarketing.com, and we need your KW username and password with the correct email address you would like updated. Actually, I would just go ahead and say, if you see anything that's on this sheet that needs to be updated, send us an email and let us know, hey, this needs to be updated, please, and we'll get it done for you. Your KW consumer app link, this is no longer able to be edited. So before you were able to create an app link, to change the app link to be something versus a bunch of numbers and letters. Unfortunately, you're not able to anymore. But this is the app link that you can use to send to your clients in an email, that they can download the app or anything like that. I do think that this is my personal opinion, using this link to create a QR code, because when you download an app, you're downloading it on your phone. It's super easy to scan it on your phone. If somebody's viewing this from their desktop and they go to click on it, they're not going to be able to download a link on their phone from their desktop typically. So it's just a lot easier using that QR code that's included in this email. But you do have the link here if you need it. Keller Home Loans personal links, Keller Covered. You'll see those here too. If you don't see those, we may not set those up for your market center. So those would not be shown here. And then you have Twilio text messaging. Twilio is a paid service inside of Command you can use. Most people will not see this in their setup. All right, moving along, you have DocuSign. DocuSign, if your Market Center does not use DocuSign, you do not use DocuSign, say you use Dotloop, you will have that information as well. I do want to preference that not all Market Centers use Dotloop, since they did the big update and everything moved to DocuSign. There's very few Market Centers that actually allow Dotloop usage. So if you prefer Dotloop, you would need to check with your Market Center about that, because if they don't support Dotloop, then you may have to pay out of pocket, things like that. It may just not, it may be something we don't set up initially, but check with your Market Center and then reach out to us and we'll see if we can get it connected for you if you have a paid account. But with DocuSign, so you'll see here your DocuSign username/email. Again, if your KW email address was not created by us, if it was already set up, you will not see that. It'll see previously set up here, meaning we were not able to get in. We didn't set up the account. Somebody else already did, whether it's you, your staff, your previous Market Center. There's a bunch of different options for that. Now, if we did set it up, typically you will see DocuSign username and email and the DocuSign password. If you just see DocuSign username, email, no password, no anything that says previously set up, we advise going back and looking in your email address for a DocuSign email that would have sent over, it would have sent over a verification email. And you would just need to follow those steps to set up your password and to set up your security question. There would also be the link here. So click here, learn how to use what is it? Please follow these instructions to finish setting up your account. And this will show you how to do that as well. If we did set up your account for you as well and say you go to change your password, but you use the forgot password feature in DocuSign to change your password, it's going to ask you a security question. That security question that we set up for your account, if we set up the account for you, is going to be what phone number do you remember most from your childhood? It's always going to be the phone number that we have on file for you during your time of onboarding when we did your initial setup. So you'll see that it'll be the phone number with periods in between. You will need to make sure that those periods are included as well. So that's why I kind of say it's kind of a good thing to keep this saved. So you can star it, save and bookmark it, save it to your bar right here. If you're also one of those people that like to print everything in like hard copies, physical copies, here's a little trick also. When you're on this page, you can hit on your keyboard Control-P, and it's going to bring up your print options. And instead of destination being an actual printer, there should be a save as PDF option somewhere and through this dropdown. You can click Save PDF or you can print it. If you do Save PDF, it's going to save it as a file on your computer. And you can always reference that way, or you can print it off. So that's another cool little trick too. All right, Homekeeper. Homekeeper is used to track lead activity. Again, this is not something that is set up for every Market Center, but this is where you'll have your Homekeeper logins. Any additional logins below, if you are newly added, if you have just newly joined Keller Williams, you'll see Calendly, Blink, Zoom, Canva, things like that. If you were set up probably outside of 3, 4, maybe even 5 months ago now, you may not see these. Now, if you do not see these on your setup sheet and you would like these, I will show you in just a little bit where you can go to complete a questionnaire that will allow us to go ahead and get these set up for you. But if we have set these up for you, I do want to let you know that these are the completely free accounts, meaning these are the same accounts. If you were to go to Calendly.com and click on sign up, this is the same thing we did. So these aren't like special KW free accounts. These are just the completely normal free accounts. Calendly, Blink, Zoom, all of these, Canva, they're all the free accounts like that. So they're nothing special to them. If you do want to upgrade these accounts to the paid accounts versions, you're more than welcome to. All right, so Calendly. Calendly is used to set up one-on-one meetings, virtual meetings or in person. It's so clients can book time with you on your calendar. So when we create these, when we set these up, we do connect them to your KW email calendar for you. So this is used to book 30-minute blocks. So it's kind of cool to keep track of time, keep your meetings scheduled together, keep everything. Your Blink digital business cards. This is, again, digital business cards. This is a really cool feature. As you get to know KW, the KW technology, one thing within the KW app, there is an option for you to share your contact with another client. It'll share via QR code. When your client or whoever agent scans that QR code, it will save it in their phone, but it will not include your headshot for whatever reason, which I know sounds like such a small menial thing. But it does kind of bother a lot of agents that the headshot's not showing. So this, if you do the blink.me digital business cards, it will save the headshot on their phone contact card as well. So it's just another option. When you do share your digital business card, this is what it looks like. So, I mean, it has your headshot, has all the information provided. It'll also share your social media links, and just a lot of information. Again, if you did not send us a headshot with your questionnaire, there will not be a headshot here. If you would like to update that information yourself, you are more than able to. You literally just go to blink.me and you just log in with this information. If you'd like for us to do it, that's perfectly fine. Just reach out to us, ask us to get that updated for you, and make sure you send us the headshot with you as well. All right, and then you have a Zoom. Is there just nope, Joe? These are all completely free. So these are these are free accounts. You never have to pay for them. And even with the blink.me, whenever you log in, which I don't know, let me check real quick. I'm not sure if this was like a dummy account created or if it actually allows access. I'll show you what it looks like. Can we load it on our phones? Yeah, you can definitely load it on your phone. So this may be a dummy account, but so what's kind of cool is, let me see if it lets me do it this way. Yeah, no. But what's kind of cool, whenever you go into it, again, you can add all kinds of different things, like when it comes to social media links, phone numbers, websites. If you have your URLs, things like that, you can add so much information. There's also a QR code on the back end where you're adding up the information. There's a QR code that you can do straight from there, or you can also just use this link right here to create your own QR code. It is pretty awesome. Can we load it on our phones? Yes. And then again, Canva. Yeah, Canva was recently added to one of the things that we set up. So you'll see the Canva login information as well. If you see that we created you an email signature during your setup, which is pretty standard, we do for everybody, that email signature is created inside of that Canva account for you. So when you log into Canva, you're going to scroll down. Let me just log into mine. I'll show you. You'll scroll down to the bottom where you see all of your recent designs, and you will see the email signature that we created for you. Again, if there's no headshot, it's because you didn't send us one during your questionnaire. So it just needs to be added. Not a big deal, quick and easy. You can just click on this, and you can even edit the email signature however you would like. So if you want to update it, you want to edit it, you can do so. Inside of Canva, then you can click share, and then you can download it. Just make sure that if you are downloading the email signature, make sure that that email signature is the only page. Because if you see like this, there's multiple pages. You just want to make sure when you click download, you make sure that the pages selected is just the one that you are on and wanting printed. And then you just click You click OK, it'll download it. You can send it to us to have it updated for you onto your KW email account. Or if you know how to do it yourself, then by all means, you can just update it that way yourself. But however works, if you need us to assist you with that, we do not mind at all. Boom, boom, yeah. So then if you scroll down below a little bit more on your completed setup, you'll see some helpful resource links. You'll see some next steps boxes. So it'll let you know how you send us your database to import to command, announce your move, things like that. These are also going to be inside of the 30-day smart plan that we set up on we set new agents up on as well. Some of these steps here, but I'm one of those people myself that I would just kind of, if I see task and I'm not ready to do them, I'll just dismiss it or something like that. So if that's the case, you can find some more next steps, great information here also, along with some support numbers and email addresses. Yep. And then if you want to make sure you follow us on social media, we do have our little links down here below. Bear with me just 1 second. All right, so moving along, if again, if there's any questions for anything that we've gone over, drop them in the chat and I'll feel free to circle back. Next thing we're going to take a look at is the Scott Leroy website. So, all right, so the Scott Leroy website we are going to go to is going to be scottleroymarketing.com. When you go to scottleroymarketing.com, you should see page looks similar to this. How do you connect your board to your profile? I'll go over that at the end, Ravi. It's completely off subject, so I'll say that to the end. All right, so when you go to scottleroymarketing.com, again, you should see something like this. When you scroll down, you'll see that this kind of becomes your header. We're going to go ahead and go over here to our agent resources. Now, when you click on agent resources, it's going to ask you for your login information. Again, this is going to be your market center number. All right, and once you enter your market center number, you're going to come just back up over agent resources, and we're just going to hover over it for right now. Anytime I let somebody in, it kind of moves away, so sorry. All right, so the first tab we're going to see under agent resources is going to be questionnaires. So you have all of these wonderful different questionnaires. So we have anything from new agent to transfer agent, all depends on what kind of agent you are. If you have not completed a questionnaire yet, and you need to in order to get that completed setup, there's going to be it's going to be up to what kind of, again, this agent status that you are. So if you are a new agent, new meaning new Keller Williams agent, not necessarily you're new to real estate, you're new with Keller Williams. You've never worked with Keller Williams. This is your first time with Keller Williams, you'd want to create new. If you say you were with a Keller Williams and you left and now you're coming back, there is a returning. Or if you were with one market center and you just decided you wanted to go to a different market center, there is a transfer agent questionnaire also. If you are a member of staff, there's a questionnaire for staff here. If you are part of multiple market centers, so if you're joining a new market center in, say, California, but you are already part of a Keller Williams in Florida, you can do the expansion. So that way your marketing profile will show both of your market centers. So I would take a look at these. You can also click on the questionnaires here, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a breakdown also, if you need to complete one of the questionnaires. Now, what you don't, here it is. So if you see this existing agent questionnaire, this is going to be if you are an agent, say you've been with Keller Williams for a while, and you just need to have your account spruced up a little bit. We kind of refer to this existing agent questionnaire as kind of like a doctor's visit. When you're just going in for your yearly checkup, this is kind of like that yearly checkup. It just lets us go in, look at your account, see if there's any new things that we can create for you, such as the new Canva, Blink, Calendly, things like that, those accounts. We will not erase or remove any of your current things on your marketing profile. We won't erase your bio unless you ask us to update with a new one, things like that. So this is just kind of like updating what you already have. And then once you click on these two, it's going to send over to us and we can get started. I do highly recommend also, if you do complete one of these questionnaires, just reach out to us and send us an email to make sure we received it. It doesn't happen all the time, but for some reason, once a blue moon, it does happen that the questionnaire goes missing. You agents send it, but we don't receive it. So just make sure we receive it so we can get started on it for you. Next, under questionnaires, we have new KW agent websites. This allows us to assist you with updating your websites. If you are an older agent, an agent that's been with KW for a while, I shouldn't say older agent, an agent who's been with KW for a while, a seasoned KW agent, and you still have the older version of the websites, you can follow along here. What to do before you launch the new KW websites. Once we have launched your websites, things like that. And also there's some articles here. So just great information on our websites for you also. Our live webinars, this link right here will take you to our daily Zoom class. So what you're currently sitting in today. This is basically just the same as going to slmwebinar.com, or you can click this, it'll take you to the daily training. Again, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless it's a holiday. And then training here as well. So these training, so the training calendar is going to be another thing that is your best friend. Stay in touch with us, like what's going on, which classes we have coming up. You can do that under our training calendar. If you scroll down to our training calendar here, I would advise also like not looking too far in advance. We do try to have it at least 1 month in advance set up. But if you go any further than that, the class schedule may be a little off. If you want to add this to your calendar, you can do so by clicking on this little plus sign down here. It'll add it to your current calendar that you use, and you'll be able to stay up to date with what classes are coming up. If it's something you need to take a look at, by all means. Now, we do also have these certain classes on Fridays where it says you choose, and you can vote for classes that you would like to see on the calendar. So that's pretty cool too. And then we also, if you want a flyer, say if you're part of staff and you would like a flyer for your training calendars, you can download them here also. Also under training, say you're outside of your your first 30 days and you're kind of like lost, or you want some more training, you just don't know quite what to do. We do have these SLM challenges, which these challenges will kind of help you just kind of continue being on track, keep you engaged, things like that. So we have these jumpstart challenges, so DocuSign, Teams. You also have your command as well here. So definitely take a look at those. Any of our recorded training classes that we have, as well as going to our YouTube channel, you can also come here and you can see these broken down into different subjects. The difference between YouTube and our platform, slmtraining.com, is we're able to order them by date that they were recorded. YouTube doesn't allow us that option when we upload them. So you would have to search. Let me show you. So let's say DocuSign 101. So when you on YouTube, it says updated 3 days ago, 3 months ago, 8 months. Okay, 1 year ago. That's making me look like a liar here. It was in order, but then it goes 3 days ago again. So these don't quite go in order. So you do have to just make sure you're paying attention to the date. Versus when we upload them to our channel, it does order them per date that they were recorded. So this is kind of another place you could come find these. We do also have the agent support tab. So there's different things here like our new creative bio, any marketing support. There's also getting started. So we can update your headshot. If you would like us to create a QR code for you, you can do so by coming here and just clicking on this, and then it'll send us the information. Everything that you can do in here, by all means, don't feel like you have to come here. You can shoot us an email and just ask us, and we'll be more than happy to. But there's a lot of different options on here for you. And then there's also templates. So there are some free templates that we do have available. If you would like to spruce up the design of your email signature, under here, we do have email signatures, which takes you to Canva, and it will download all of these different templates as I was showing you when I was looking at my Canva earlier. And you can just simply pick the design you'd like, and then you can just edit the information shown from Scott's information to yours. But I don't really see any questions coming in. Is everybody good? Everybody's following along? Just want to make sure I'm not losing anybody. Everybody's getting this great information. Oh, when I was showing the YouTube channel, let me just go back. So it's youtube.com/@ScottLeroy Marketing. If you ever want to come check out our YouTube. Once you're on our YouTube page here, if you click on this little magnifying glass, you can type in whatever topic you may be looking for. So great question, Ravi. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. So say, so new, if I could spell correctly. So new agent orientation. So you can find here, when you type in the subject you look for, you can find below the same class that we've taught, just different dates. So 1 month ago, 4 months ago. Obviously today hasn't been uploaded yet. Today's will be uploaded probably about by the end of the day. Would we have received an email that our accounts like Canva was set up? So that email, like if your accounts like Canva were set up, it would be in here. With your other completed logins. So if for whatever reason you see, which you may also see under like Blink and things like that, we're unable to set up, send us your email logins to complete the setup. That means we weren't able to log into your email account. Your email account was previously set up before we got access to it. And we would just need your login information, and then we can set those up for you. So again, just check out for this email, and then check over this completed setup. Typically, I let agents know, like I highly recommend looking over this entire thing, because again, this has all of your logins and passwords that we set up for you, all of them. If you do not see that there's something on here, then we most likely do not set it up. But I would check here. If you don't see this email, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to do some investigating for you and see what's going on with it, where it's at, things like that. Do you recommend changing the default password? To be honest, that is completely up to you. It does help. It does help a lot of times when we do have these setups. We try to keep these on file for agents, because 95% of the time agents email us 3-4 months later asking us what their login information is for these same accounts, and we are able to come in and say, oh, looks like we have this here from your initial setup. But if for whatever reason all the passwords and informations have changed and we don't have the updated, then we can't provide that login for you. So completely up to you. We don't share this information with anybody else other than you and your Market Center staff. So that's your call. All right, my Canva was previously set up by my Market Center. I tried clicking the email signature and it did take me to Canva, but didn't allow me to do anything with it. Can I send an email for a signature to be made, or to be made for me? A pleasure, Ravi. Amanda Lowe, yes, I would just go ahead and send us an email and just kind of explain that. If you do have your Canva login information, send that with us if possible. Let us take a look and see what's going on. Guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and stop the recording because we did conclude today's orientation class, but I'll still answer questions. Just give me one second.